Okay, everybody. So, welcome back. This is Ian from Mindful Marketplace, and today we're going to be doing another Q&A with respect to CARD. This is for those of you who are building agencies, design companies, web consultancies, online marketing services, and digital media brands, and you're using CARD as the primary platform for offering your services. Before I jump into that, I do want to let everyone know we have a new 2023 cohort opening early. I just created this on Gumroad, so you can join a membership site where there will literally be hundreds of PDFs, audios, and videos for agencies, brands, authors, artists, really any sort of online entrepreneur who's creating content and building a community. If you'd like to join, I created a free trial that you can access today through the first couple weeks of September, where you can start to access some of the great content and the Q&A that we'll be offering. So really quickly, let me see. So this is my CARRD back end, and some folks have been asking in the last couple of days some of my recommendations for CARRD themes, CARRD strategies, and all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to cover those here. I have a couple different workbooks pulled up for clients, and I'm going to share this with everyone who is watching. You don't have to be logged in or part of the community to access this. Okay, so a question that comes up quite often is, what's the best niche to target if you're working as a developer, online marketing agency, or designer, and you're using CARD? And the truth is, it really depends on your interest. I mean, there's really no ideal niche or quintessential client type, but it's contingent a bit on what your goals are. If you're strictly trying to make the most amount of money without actually building a community or a sort of presence in a niche for the future, I recommend uh, audiences like, or niches like real estate, finance, and financial advisors, consultants, accountants, people who have real brick and mortar presences in the world and are looking for landing pages for social media, for newsletters, things like that. I know I've covered this a shit ton of times, but like things like this are great ways of incorporating a newsletter offer. For professionals, realtors, CPAs, etc., and then offering that actual service as the back end, in addition to, let's say, giving away a free landing page, and then offering like an email marketing service using review, or something like that, where you're curating content, which is very, very easy to do in a local community for an advisor, a financial advisor, a CPA, a realtor, etc., curating, let's say, local news or industry news and that sort of thing. Very, very easy to do. All right, so people have asked, my thoughts about CARD versus WordPress or Squarespace or Shopify. Looks like I spelled Shopify wrong, but the truth is, it's not really a one-to-one comparison. CARD is closer, in my view, to something like Framer or Webflow in some way, or TypeDream. Not really Webflow, I wouldn't say, but like something more like TypeDream or, other like HTML sort of landing pages. And WordPress is a decent comparison, but WordPress has a lot more moving parts. It requires a lot more maintenance. You have hosting, you need managed hosting. It can be great for an agency, but CARD is obviously a lot cheaper, really quick to deploy. The templates are dead simple to copy. I mean, literally, this is, all I have to do to copy a template is, let's transfer, this is copy here. Just copy here. So watch, if I just do this, I'm copying that template, that agency template, and I can build a whole new project or build something brand new for a new client that quickly. You can do that on WordPress. You can copy or clone the site. It's just, there's more moving parts. CARD is just easier, very conversion focused. You can scale at super speed. You can offer services that really require the absolute minimum of edits or the minimum of customization, and really give people great value. It's ideal for agencies, landing pages, one-page profiles. This is really currently my favorite thing to recommend. because it's so easy to do. MVP launches, minimum viable product launches, online courses, communities, newsletter landing pages. Again, all this is true, and I've demonstrated this with videos in other places, so I'm not going to do that here. But CARRD is not ideal for clients who want a blog, or if you are building a blog. There are a couple different ways of doing a blog or incorporating a blog-like structure on CARRD. I don't love them. It's not great for membership sites. I do know people um, who use CARRD as the front-facing, site for a membership site, using something like MemberSpace or Memberful or those sorts of solutions. But I don't recommend that. Actually, I'd recommend using Ghost for something like that, for that sort of use case. And it's also not ideal for like a real, true e-commerce sort of site, but you can use Stripe payments. You can embed Gumroad embeds, or you can incorporate Gumroad embeds, Podia embeds, etc., and just sell content that way as an e-commerce sort of generator for your business. All right, great examples of CARRD sites in the world, in the wild. People have asked me, for some recommendations other than my own stuff. I mean, I don't fancy myself a great designer, but I've bought a lot of templates. I've had templates created that look great, but there are other places that are more design, like people who are better designers and have really done a great job with their I'm saying this badly, with their landing pages. Deckofcard.co has sort of been my go-to for recommendations in the past for some great examples. I don't know if that's still around, but I'd recommend checking them out. And in terms of the best premium designs, I've purchased a shit ton of themes, designs from these folks over here who are in India, I believe. I can't really, in good faith, recommend them anymore. Simply, I mean, their work is great, but they've just gotten so expensive. This is just outrageous, I think, to charge for some of these themes. I mean, this is, obviously great. I mean, it's $1, but some of these are $40, and they're really not that complicated. And there's such a, ecosystem of friendly, inexpensive, affordable card designs that I hate to see these folks having raised their prices so high. But again, everyone's entitled to, do what works best for them, and maybe this is actually a good price point for their clients. But I don't know. I would recommend buying these, because I purchased a bunch of these, and when I bought them, I think I paid a couple $100s for everything they had, and they were nicer designs than. Actually, I'll show you. If I go back in here, and I'll show you some of the ones I purchased from those folks, who are very nice people, by the way. I just, I just think they're a little bit pricey at this point relative to what you're getting. This I got from them. This I bought from them. This I bought from them. I mean, they're not even offering these templates anymore. I think they're superior. This is a great one that I bought from them. This is these are some edits to that. This I bought from them. This I bought from them. This here, some of these you can see are duplicates, copies of that. This shop I bought from them. This I bought from them. Anyway, altogether, it was a lot more affordable then than now. I'm answering this too long. So here are some other alternatives. You can go to themes.w.tf, Zeit.design, components, UI.com. All of those are, really nice themes that you can buy for CARRD that look great, that have a premium sort of sheen to them, and that you can certainly impress your clients with. How to publish a live card, or the 4 options. Yeah, I mean, people have asked me this. I'm not really going to cover this in much detail here, but essentially, when you edit a site on CARRD, you'll see that you have different publishing options. One is, one is publishing as a template. One is publishing on your own URL. One is publishing on their URL, and one is saving as a draft. I'm trying to pull this up here, and unfortunately it doesn't want to show up. Anyway, that's the answer to the question. So I'm not, my mouse is just simply stuck. It's not dragging this part of the screen, which is frustrating on this MacBook. So I'm just going to bounce out of that and, leave it there. Let's see what else. Here's another set of questions that came from somebody else, which here's another workbook that identifies, again, the best place to start is identify an ideal audience or quintessential client. Pick a niche. For example, we're targeting therapists, mindfulness, and mental health professionals because that's pretty much the target audience that I want to cultivate a relationship with. But you got to pick what works for you with respect to either your short-term goals, making a lot of money, or your long-term goals, building up a presence or an authority or the appearance of expertise within a niche market, vertical industry, local area, etc. Offer a service. Again, I recommend this Linktree profile page sort of service because it's so easy to do and customize. Pick a template that you can customize that has universal appeal within your or to your ideal audience, then just scale it up. And essentially, if I can get back into my CARRD account, let's go back to the dashboard. This goddamn mouse is not behaving. So I'll show you really quickly just an example of that. Something like this. I just copied. You saw that. Something like this, is a great landing page that has universal appeal to whatever target market you're working with. I mean, it's just a simple, landing page that looks great, that you can incorporate a newsletter form right here, MailChimp, ConvertKit, Review, GetResponse, Sendy, all those sorts of, MailerLite, all of those are, really easy to incorporate. You just click on this box here. It brings up the sign up form, and then you have all your selections here. I recommend Review for those of you who are selling a service as part of this, but because it's so damn easy to actually create really great newsletters using Review that are curated. You don't have to write anything. You just have to add links and then add some sort of, extemporaneous thoughts or ideas about what's going on in the local market, or what events are happening in the community, or what's happening in a larger sort of vertical or industry. Very, very easy to do, and it's very easy to offer that as a high-end service to clients that it doesn't require you to be Hemingway or a fantastic writer to accomplish. All right, so those are some questions today that have come up with respect to building your agency with CARRD. Hopefully, this has been somewhat helpful. Again, if you're part of our community, you'll have access to ask me any of these questions. You can get some of the CARRD themes and templates that I use, and really, you get access to just about everything in our Tiny Revolution 2023 cohort early. You'll get that in September, which is now, and we're really going to build a great, brand and business in the product space. In the, we're writing books and creating courses and doing all sorts of great things, and you'll get access to that in a very transparent way as part of our inner circle. So if you're interested in joining that, there's a free trial, which you can access today on the 2nd of September. And that'll last for as long as it lasts, maybe a week or two, until enough people have kicked the tires and share a little bit about what they'd like me to add or incorporate, and then we'll be off to the races. Teach what you know, do what you love, wake up the world with your work. As always, thank you so much for watching, and if you have questions, feel free to sign up and ask away. Thanks.